sunshine, gonna be here in no time now. Bad times, gray skies, push them all away, turn them upside down. You're gonna break new ground, turn everything around. You're gonna live your life. There's a beautiful day headed your way. Keep your head up, up, up. You'll be okay. Beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes. You'll see it's true. A beautiful day.
Welcome back to the Booga Box live stream. It's Wednesday night, Small Project Wednesday. We're kind of keeping with the same theme we did Monday, working in doing some stuff for our next event in the Christmas kind of realm. So I hope everybody's having a good week and having a great day. A lot of people are probably off tomorrow, so I guess it's Turkey Day Eve. So but I do want to thank everybody for joining us. If you're watching this live or if you're watching us later, I do appreciate it. Don't forget to give the likes, thumbs up, shares, all that good stuff between all the different platforms. If you're part of Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, go over there, give us likes, find us over there, attached to us. Let us know if you're getting any notifications too. I know sometimes they're not quite getting out there, so. But anyway, let's go ahead and get moved on over to our camera. Well, real quick here. We're going to work on, I've already done a couple here. Those are my earrings. Christmas tree earrings. If I can hold them correctly. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully I'm in the screen here. So, I got earrings. I made another one that's going to be on a necklace. It's right here. We're working on another set of earrings right now. I figured I wanted to get a couple pair, just in case. Then I also made up some little Santa hats. Grab a hold of them. Little Santa hats. Kind of the same weave, basically, as the Christmas trees. Just a little different in different colors. So, they become little hats. I got these. I've made these before, too. I'm not they're okay. I'm okay with them. They're little stockings. If I can hold them again correctly. I want to do something a little different with them. I don't want to make them too big, though. So these, I think they represent and get the idea out there. So, I mean, they're okay. I also got little wreaths that I do, but I don't have any. I haven't built any of them yet. And I didn't bring over I think I have one pair left over there, but we'll get to it. But let's go ahead and get flipped over here and get off of the ugly old face cam. Get over here to working on making a Christmas tree. Like I said, I already got one of them done, so we're going to do another one. That'll make the full set for the earrings. Then I'm going to start working on another set of earrings with Santa hat. So, let's go ahead and get on into it. This stupid drawer. I need to make something or do something. I keep saying that. I think I've said that for almost a year since I moved this table over here. It's done. It's become a habit now. Oh, let me get some music going here. There it goes. The daughter was down here probably 3 weeks ago or so, and she seen me working over here at the bench, and while I was working on it, I don't even remember what I was working on at the time, but it happened so often. The drawer kept popping out, and she goes like, "You were just talking casually and doing your thing, and the drawer opened up, and you just casually pushed it closed." It's like I've been doing it for almost a year now. It's become a habit. So, basically, these Christmas trees are kind of just a helm. Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to see it, and I can move closer without getting my head in the shot, I think. But yeah, it's just a helm weave. You can do it, and I'm thinking about maybe giving it a try too. Making it a little shorter. and making it a little smaller, but instead of doing it in helm, doing it in a Japanese weave. And I don't know, it might be okay. I didn't want to make them. I don't think these are too big. I actually put one on the scale earlier. They come in at just at 3 grams. It was kept floating between 2.9 and 3, 2.9 and 3. So they're not heavy as is, but I thought about maybe trying to do smaller and actually using smaller ring, because with the Japanese weave, you can go smaller. Do a smaller weave in that, so I might give that a try. It depends on how things go. It's going to be tonight, after I get these done, what I'm currently working on with the rings that I currently have out, I'm going to get them all put on their cards, earrings, put on their earring cards, get them hung up on the spinners, get all that done for tonight. Tomorrow, well, and hopefully I can actually get in a little bit tonight, but I got to get in there and get unburied the Christmas stuff, the Christmas tree, you know, all the decorations, all that good stuff. I've been wanting to do it this week, but I've been busy just, you know, still working on chainmail stuff, so I haven't had a chance to get to it yet. So hoping I can get to it a little bit tonight, and then tomorrow for sure a bit before we go out to our daughter's for Turkey Day. She's put it on last, I don't know, probably 3-4 years now, maybe even 5-ish. I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you. I know early on with me and my wife, went to her parents for Turkey Day, and then once we were kind of together for a while, she wanted to start doing it, so we started having it with our kids, and now that our kids are older, now we're going to their place for it, which is great. Christmas Eve has always been my mom's house. That's kind of how it's always been. And Christmas Eve over at my mom's, Turkey Day with her parents. Just happened to work out that way. Alright, so what I'm doing now, I'm building each little layer, and then I'll come back and connect them together. I find it easier myself that way. Some might do the two and build down from there. I've done that before myself too. I hear them up there yelling at something. Told them earlier, if you guys get too loud, you're going to be on the stream. And I had to got everything set up and going. I seen the this is a little snug, so I will have to get a little close to it. There we go. And then I always flip over to the other pliers. Just a small little area. Most of it I can use these other two pliers for, but there are little spots on these. And I probably could just go ahead and use the littler ones all the time on it, but I prefer these. I like on my 1/4-inch rings. I can get more, you know, a little more than half, almost half, I guess, of the ring. And with the little ones there, I'm going to be cutting just in the middle, so. Oh, they got quieter down there. I don't think they're watching. They could be watching. Who knows? They're going to start cooking, I guess, here soon, probably. I guess they got a couple things they want to cook for tomorrow. Don't ask me. Turkey Day has always been my day. It's I want to eat. That's what I want to do. Feed me food. Kind of did that growing up. It was always food was just there. And then we go to her parents, food was there. And then when we started cooking, I guess I did. I mean, I wouldn't say that I didn't help the wife. You know, I did help, but she did a majority of it. There are little things here and there, you know. Some years I did more than others. It depended, but I'm not a big. I mean, turkey it's probably, you know, I'm not a big chicken fan. Turkey's okay, but I'd rather have turkey than chicken. So, but again, I never cooked it. It was just there. So now I cook I normally did the mashed potatoes. You know, there's a few things that I would normally do, but yeah, I'm doing this the right order. Want to make sure I do them in the right order, so when I can flip them so that the same colors are on the facing the same direction when they're wearing them. Wouldn't necessarily matter if it was a necklace, but this is a pair of earrings, so. And they're not too difficult to build. I mean, yeah, I forgot the other one, didn't I? I did put different colors on this one than I did my first set. I don't know, I just felt like changing up the color a little bit. I think I only ended up changing one color though. Come down to it, I don't have 4 colors in that size ring, which surprised me, so I went and looked to order them, and they're just not available in those colors. I'm like, what? Now, I mean, I could understand a while back, that's why I don't necessarily have them. But that they still don't have them kind of boggles my mind, so. Yeah. Alright, so that's our base layer here. Let's get some of these jumbled mess of rings. These green ones are stuck together. Alright. I guess most of them need one more closed. And the rest, I guess, just need to be open. So, again, tomorrow night, though, we will not be streaming. It is Turkey Night. I thought about maybe doing something, but I was like, why push it? Like I said, I need to get the Christmas stuff out anyway, so. Be best not to. We'll be back. We'll Scooby-Doo. I wonder how the little, not censor, but the word text thing took care of that one. What was I saying now? I forgot what I was saying. Other flyers. Oh, but yeah, Monday we'll be back. We'll stream Monday. Probably Wednesday, but the more I keep thinking about what in the world did I do? How did I do that? Okay, well, I'm not exactly sure how I did that, but I mean, I can fix it. Just, how in the world did I do that? I mean, I only had one to go through on that side, so that was weird. But yeah, next Thursday for sure we probably won't be doing it. Wednesday I'm about half tempted to, but I think we'll be alright to get everything done and set and loaded. I'll probably play it for the most part kind of by ear. Oh, come on. Run through there, jeez. I've been having that problem. But I want to make sure this will be our last big event, and I've got a double booth going, so I definitely want to make sure I've got room and time for everything. Which I will say, the biggest problem I have is I don't know exactly where I'm going to be setting up yet. If I'm going to be in the gym or if I'm going to be in a hallway. I've been in both before. They both have their plus and minuses. but I'm also doing a double, so it's going to be definitely a different setup inside, for whichever one of those we go with. So hopefully we'll find out here soon enough, but that'll be December 3rd if you're in the Kansas City area. That weekend, December 3rd at Winnetonka High School. It's their craft fair. I think they're on near 20-something or something like that now. We've done quite a few of them. It's been a few years since we've done them, so... Alright, so there's our basics here. We got our 3 layers. We'll be adding our top one on and everything at the end. I had it trying to fold it the wrong way. I was like, why is that not wanting to fold flat? So now we're just going to come through with a bunch of the little green ones here. And connect each one of these up. Basically, it'll be from the center we come out. And then on the bottom one here, we don't do the center because there's not enough room, but it holds tight enough. It doesn't want to pull apart, really. There's just not enough room to get in there. So we'll skip that one. So move that one on over here. And I work from my center out. You can go from one side to the other, but I found it just easier. I will definitely probably come out of camera view here while I'm doing these because these are a bit tougher. But I always come in on my center one because I got 2 coming off the center to these. 1 to each side. Right now it doesn't matter which way I go, but on the next row I'm going to need to make sure that I'm putting them in the right way to match my other one. I did screw that up on the first set. I wasn't thinking about it. Had been a while. I was thinking about it earlier today actually. We need this one up here. We haven't done an actual Christmas event in 3 years. With COVID and everything that came through, it's kind of put a little bit of a slowdown on the Christmas events here. So, be good to get back to doing them. Like I said, it gets a little tighter in there. It's not super snug, but it's tighter, so you got to watch what you're doing. And I like to be a little extra careful. I don't want to tear up ring, trying to get in there to some of these points and all that good stuff. Hopefully everything's going well. Looks like the internet was working. I'm starting to get into more of a habit of testing things at 7 o'clock now, half an hour before the stream. Testing my speed, make sure it's going good. My laptop's been doing better once I make sure that I'm basically rebooting it right before the stream. And even though I don't do anything else on it, if it just stays on, I lost that ring. Come here, ring. So I've kind of gotten more into the habit now of resetting it, and so things have been going a little bit smoother on that front, I guess. So these outer rings, I can still use these other pliers without a problem. Hopefully, again, I'm in camera view here. I think we flipped over to the other camera. This will be the last one connection of these 2 sections. Then we can come in and start to add in the next row. Like I said, we're not going to have any connecting to the middle 2 pair. Well, actually they are. But they're going, they don't connect to the center one here. We're just going to connect to the outer 2 and then the outer 2 to the outer 2. So they can take a little time. If I was to do this in Japanese weave, it would be a little bit quicker. And I did do that, and I actually do that with when I'm using my 4-inch rings. I build a Christmas tree in there, and I've done them in Japanese, I've done them in European, and just to get a nice stretch throughout the 4 inches there. Works out really well. But for the little earrings, it just seemed too open or too cluttered in my mind. Okay, now I need to make sure I'm going the right way here. Purple to orange. Okay, yeah, that's right. Where are we at in our time anyway? 20 minutes? Cool. Should be able to get this. Normally I can finish one of these up in about 25-ish minutes or so. Maybe a little bit quicker at a stream, but again, we talked a little bit beforehand, and I'm always looking around and taking more time during the stream. Okay, so purple there. I shouldn't have went in the other way. I hate it when I do that. It's all fine though. These I can still get a hold of them decent. Oh, must have been throwing something in the kitchen sink. It's like, what is that noise? That was weird. And then I recognized the noise after the double clank. The bouncing of the dish. Alright, let me just connect up the outer two to the outer two. Make sure I put it go this way this time. It'll be easier. Flip back over. So yeah, tomorrow's that. Friday is laser day. I don't know if I'll get any. I would like to maybe try to get in Thursday night some laser stuff, but I'm highly doubting. It depends on how much Christmas stuff I've got to deal with after I get it out. But I told the wife, it's like, you're gonna have to kind of keep all this in a certain area at least until the 3rd. I'm gonna have to leave some open areas because I'll be needing a lot of space to prepare. So, and well, like I said, we haven't had to worry about this last couple Christmases. So, all right. So I guess now we're just on to the upper two. You know what? I'm actually going to put them in the other way this time. We'll put in these, and then we'll put in through the top two. I do that on the bottom anyway, so might as well do it on the top side. When we put in the tree trunk, I guess, if you want to call it that. Use bronze for that. And I'm seeing that's where I think a lot of the Christmas tree ones turn me off, where they put so much on that, on the base. It just looks overwhelming. And I get why with the weave that they're doing it in and the need, but I don't know. I like how these are kind of just more simplified and not overbearing in my mind. Okie dokie. But I could have put just two in there and connected them, but I think it's easier that way. And then we'll just do the same thing on the bottom for the, like I said, the trunk. If I can get it through here. It is, like I said, a little snuggy. It doesn't want to lay down flat. I got to kind of hold it up. If it does lay flat, it ends up being over the top of the ring, and it kind of locks that one in sideways. So you got to make sure it's at least partially up. So there's that. So I need 3 of these. Oh, 3 bronze. I dropped a couple. A couple more of these little guys. Then be done with this, and yeah, we'll be done early enough. We'll start on a Santa hat. Again, it's the same way, but instead of, we're using basically the same rings, other than I'll be using square rings for the inside, the center, my connectors here. Same ring size, just square wire, and I only use one of them. It makes it a little looser, but it's kind of hard to show in the video, and maybe, I'll try to show it. I wanted the hat to be a little bit looser, because in my mind, a hat is cloth, it kind of moves around. And these have, when I put these all together, they have a pretty nice straight edge. And with the Santa hat, I wanted it to be a little rough, because I was trying to portray the fluffiness of it. So I kind of did it a little differently. Again, in my mind, that's how it worked. If other people get it, I don't know. It's kind of like when I did the Earth, Wind, Water, Fire wall hanging. It was pretty minimalist, but when I was asking people what does this look like to them, several of them picked that right off the bat before I think others would read it and start seeing it pretty quickly because of what it was said to, read. So sometimes though things don't come out. What was that thing? I don't even remember what it was. That was several years ago now. I did something. Why? Let's see here. I got 2 different colored bronze. We'll put the center one as the medium. The 2 darker ones on the outside, I suppose. No, I don't want to Mobus it. We'll Mobus the star. Now this will be even a little more snug, trying to fit 3 through here. Hopefully I'm not blocking the view. Remember, I got to pop out and open just a bit more. Like I said, and I'm going to have to let gravity help hold the other 3. There we go. Or the other 2 down so I can get it to fit in there without trying to hold it with my finger. Alright, so there's trunk done. I just need Y. Again, I think that's an orange one. Yeah. I was like, man, that one's awful dark for supposedly being gold. I just Mobus a couple rings here at the top to kind of portray the star, topper, whatever you want to call it. Flip up and Mobus you. And there she goes. There's those 2. They should be the identical. If I lay them down, we'll flip 1. So now when they go onto the side, yellow's front, purple's the back, bottom. So they'll match that side. Got those. I need, these guys to put them onto your hooks. Like I said, pretty simple little things. I mean, I normally get it done under an hour without too much of an issue, so. Like I said, with jibber jabbering and all that during the stream, it's a little different, but. Alright. Again, make sure I put it the right way. You're forward. Yep, okay. Double check. One thing I'm not making, and I wish I should have grabbed them too. I don't have any earrings yet. That is something else I want to try. I have candy cane. I make my candy canes out of full Persian. And I've got ornaments and necklaces of the candy canes. But I need to see if I can make a small set. And I've seen somebody doing it in JPL 3, I think it was. I don't know what size they were using. But it looked like it laid pretty well. So I might try some of that out of 5/32. And then maybe just try my normal full Persian in the smaller ring size. I think I had the right ring size in 20 gauge. So, alright, so there's 2 sets of those and a necklace. So we're good on those. Okay, yeah, we're changing colors here, so we need to put these colors up. Oh, I did it, didn't I? I sure did, darn it. I put the wrong rings in the wrong tub. I guess in a way. I think that's the last one. These groups of green were sticking together. These were just 3 groups that had 9 rings together in it. And then I threw the other ones in here, didn't I? Yeah. Was that only one? Yeah, there was only that one up there, so. I hate it when I do that, though. Could have been worse, though. Could have been worse. Alright. These guys up out of the way. All that. Gotta pull out. That's what kind of blows sometimes when you're doing something like this, is I gotta pull out so many different rings, and I'm using 2. Well, I mean, overall, I made 5 of them, and I used 10 rings of each color for the color bulbs, or whatever you want to call it, on these. So, alright, so, okay, I won't need you anymore. I need the quarter, yeah, that's 1/4 inch, and then 1/4 inch cross. 30 seconds. I got quite a bit of that. Ooh, quite a bit of these. So yeah, these are what I would use to actually make the JPL3. I'm just wondering how long. Crud, I don't have any JPL3 square out, do I? I've got all kinds of little test pieces up here of different things, so if I want to look at something to see if it'll work in some other thing I'm working on, I can have it there. But yeah, I guess I don't have a JPL3 anywhere. It's kind of sucks. I'm kind of surprised. Oh, is this do it? Oh, I do actually. Way up there. How big? How well? Well, that's got the false end on it. I don't know. I don't know if I like how it doesn't want to. I like using 20 gauge. I know I'm probably not in camera here. Yeah, I'm thinking 20 gauge. My full Persian would be better still. I've seen somebody doing it in JPL, but I don't know. I might give it a try, but I like my full Persian the way it kind of flows, and it doesn't want to overcompensate. That seemed like it somewhat wanted to overcompensate, or with such a sharp angle, it didn't quite want to get there, if that makes any sense. So, in my head, I don't know. Alright, we'll need some of these guys. Actually, I guess I need to start. We'll start with the base row. No, we'll start with the top row, man. I don't need one of you guys. Well, last time we didn't have to close these up. I did get those pre-closed before the stream. Just because I had an extra couple minutes while I was sitting here going, well, everything went together quicker than I was expecting, so I grabbed a few rings, and it's like, oh, give me a minute. I'll just sit here and close some rings. Wait. For the time. That time of 7:25 to 7:30 is always like, ugh. There's so much time that kind of sits there and does nothing, it seems like. Alright. Go ahead and close you. And where we at? We're at 33 minutes, so we're just now getting into this. I don't know if we'll get it finished or not, but we'll plug away on it, see what happens. They kind of quieted down up there, so I don't know what they're doing now. I know my kitchen's gonna get trashed. That's the other thing. I mean, at least again, it's not here. Well, was it last year? No. Well, maybe it was last year or the year before. One of those years. I know. Daughter came over the day before and ended up using our kitchen too. Came over here and cooked a bunch of stuff, took it home, and then I had to clean up that mess. I don't think that was last year though. I really don't think that was last year. Alright, back into looking closer here. There we go. That might have been 3 years ago. Now that I'm I think it was when they were actually in their old house that had a smaller kitchen. I guess the kitchens really aren't that big of a difference. to be honest. I'm thinking about them. The house was definitely smaller than what they have now. What she has now. Oh, come on, flip apart there. Alright, so there's our first one. Like I said, this one's a little bit looser, so it's a little bit easier in a way. I mean, it is easier in a way, but I gotta remember I'm using square wires, keeping things open. But did I use square to connect? Okay, yeah, I did. I was kind of wondering, debating, did I use square when I connected each of these layers together? Couldn't quite remember. But I want to have some of these little fun guys. I had, like I said, we haven't done any Christmas event, and so I only think I had 2 necessarily. I had quite a few ornaments still, stars. I think I might have a couple snowmen, but I'm not sure where they're at. That's why I made up some more snowmen ornaments. I haven't taken a picture of the large ones yet, the 3-layered guys. We made some yesterday or Monday. You want to go see those? I don't know if I'll get pictures of those or not. Again, just with everything else going on, I kind of got lucky and got pictures of the other ones. I wasn't sure. Wasn't necessarily planning on it at the time, but it ended up just working out. It was like, hey, okay, yeah, because I got the bar and the caps put on for the Chris Jones inlay yesterday too. But again, it wasn't a full blown one like I would normally do, because this is kind of a temporary thing until I get all the pieces done, and it's gonna kind of start going together. So I don't have I didn't want to make anything permanent where it'd be harder to pull it apart if need be. So under normal circumstances, though, that wouldn't happen. Like when on the flag, the Chiefs flag that we sold, that we got commissioned from Vicky. Come on. I'm definitely probably out of camera now. I cannot, for the life of me. Couldn't seem to get that through quite right. And it should be easier. I'm only using one of you. Oh, ow, my knee, man. I will say that's the thing I've had the last few days. I've had this hip, like, I don't know what a pinched nerve feels like. I don't think I've ever had a pinched nerve. I always thought when I heard people having a pinched nerve that there was constant pain there. But it was like, I would be fine if I was sitting, but if I tweaked a certain butt muscle per se just right, I'd get this sharp, intense, quick pain and it'd go away. Just as I'm like tweaking through that muscle part. And so I don't know if that's a pinched nerve or what. I don't know. So, alright, and there's only 3 of those, right? Yeah, and then the next one is onto these. Oh, I grabbed the wrong rings. Ugh. Well, I'm going to get the rings out. Yeah, I grabbed a square. Why did I grab a square? That would probably work, and I thought about doing it in square. But certain things I think are okay. Like frost, you're in number 2. Alright, go back in here. Where's my... Oh, champagne, duh. Hopefully I've got should. I got plenty in there. It's like, man, do I have enough? Well, that's why I normally try to get everything out and ready. I'd actually, when I got done doing the first set, I put all those up when I went to do the Christmas trees. And then when I was working on the Christmas trees, I was looking there going, Well, I'm gonna do. I should have left those out because I was like, I want to do at least 2 sets. I'm gonna do 2 more hats, and then I'm gonna make 1 more hat for a necklace, and I'm probably gonna do 2 more of the stockings. So, but yeah, after I put them up, I do that all the time though too. I'll put up a ring. That's the problem though. I don't know if I could really organize having my rings out in these little tubes somehow in some type of wall-mounted system. I've got a few ideas now in my head that could possibly work, now that I think about it, which would be really cool but not feasible in this current layout and setup. I would definitely need a totally different setup and workspace to do that, but yeah, because like I said, all these boxes, I pulled all these tubes out. I'd have these tubes butted up against each other, would cover the top of this whole 4 foot by 2.5 foot table, and I probably wouldn't have enough room for everything. And that's just rings, not counting scales, and I guess really that is only meaning TRL rings also. That's not counting over on the other bottom. It's filling up very quickly with other rings from all the other places I'm starting to slowly get rings from now to try to replace my TRL rings, because they're having certain things I have to have about them that I have to have with them, but certain things drive me nuts. So I miss man, I miss the old John Bernice days, that is for sure. And then let's see, yeah, so the weekend I should at least be able to get most of my stuff is already organized for the next event. The only thing I'm gonna have to go through is I got to reorganize my large box, my large product box, because now I have Chris Jones to add into that. So I'm gonna have to make room for him. I've got more of the wormhole cubes. I've got to make room for those. And then I believe I already pulled everything out from the box for lighting, because we're going to be inside and it's going to be plenty of light. Won't have to worry about providing our own light. What was the other thing I had to pull out of there that we don't need? Oh, I did pull out I had these shelving units for the grid wall. Now, being indoors, it would probably be okay to use these. But I don't know. I'm leery of it now. I mean, we're indoors at 1, it's going to be flat. When I had the accident with the lamp being up on there, we were outdoors and it was windy. Now it was kind of, I mean, for the most part, it was flat. We were on the road, and it was fairly flat. We were where we were, but the wind kind of blew things around, and so inside we wouldn't have that problem. But there's an aspect of them I just don't like. That I'm just like, eh. It puts things up too high, I think. And that's something that I wasn't able to have out at this last event in Smithville, because I had no room. The 10 by 10 is just not cutting it till I figure out a few more things, I guess. I need to figure out how to get a little bit better placement. I mean, though I do enjoy needing to have more space, I mean, it's kind of a nice thing in a way, but it also sucks, because that means it's just now your overhead is double the price for events that you're going to. And some events, there's just no way I'm going to be able to. Like Gladfest. If we do Gladfest again, which was a very nice event, actually. I mean, it was a hard event, but after everything was said and done, I only did 3 on that one. I'm such a doofus. Alright, I guess I'll just have to work it the long way. It was a long event, but I mean, it was a pricey enter for me anyway. For some people would probably look at the price and go, "Oh, no biggie," but you have to look at the return too. A different event, maybe that could work. If you expect more foot traffic on knowing what they're going for. That's why eventually I want to do some Ren fairs. I think I would do well at one. Biggest thing is getting into them. They're a little hard, and then two, they are very, very expensive. And I just, those I have a hard time wrapping my head around still on how they can charge that. But then again, now I see why the prices on everything there are so much more than what I would do under any normal circumstance. You kind of have to, so. And, eventually maybe that's what I need to do. Alrighty, so. Got those, and how did I'm just reminding myself here, it was all reds. The rest of them were all reds. I can't believe it's already this time of the year. Normally the band stuff makes the year go by fast. I figured things would feel much, much slower. But I guess with adding more events, I got a thingy pop up here. Hopefully I didn't miss any comments. Just with doing all the other extra events and stuff, I guess, and preparing for them, and releasing a few of the other kits and stuff, it just kept me busier than normal, and so it's been going by very, very fast. I will say that. I mean, it's just been like, wow, man, this year. This summer, fall, has honestly just flown by to me. Might not for you, but for me, boy, it just seems like, where did the time go? I can't believe it. I mean, Turkey Day, and then we're basically 30 days away from Christmas. 40 days away from Christmas, or less, to New Year's. So it's just, to me, just crazy that it's already that time of the year. It shouldn't be, though. That's the other thing again too, that normally this time of the year, once mid-December, when I got done doing chainmail stuff and got everything out for the Christmas and all that, normally that week between Christmas and New Year's, especially when the kids were in school, that's when I got a lot of band video prepped and done from the marching season, and I won't have that to do this year. And I say that it should help me, but you know how I am. I'm just going to end up finding something to plug away at anyway, keep myself busy. But January is a slower month. We don't plan any events in January. Most everybody, I think, is kind of evented out. Made all their holiday purchases, so I don't really, I will start trying to do some things for Valentine's Day, some Hardy, some Red Pinky things, and if I get sales for those, is great, but I normally don't have an event that I would showcase Valentine's Day stuff. Though I think in a way it would, maybe I should look at that, but I just don't see it being a huge thing. So, get a little downtime, but I'm hoping I'll actually get in some R&D time to play around and do some different things. So that's more of what I'm actually looking forward to. Kind of after we do our last stream on December 12th, is to just go in and play around, not have to worry about getting event stuff done. I'm hoping we'll start having events in March this year, though, which will be earlier than normal, but it'll still give me some more time of playtime to try some different things out. There's many things that I've still been wanting to try, other things I have tried that didn't quite work out at first, but that's how some of these things work. You know, you do some testing, and then once you get a little further into it, it's like, and then you start figuring things out. So I've got 2 other things that I'm, one, hoping that nobody's done so that I can do a tutorial for and release that out there. At least that's what I'm kind of hoping. I mean, I say hope because there have been, like I've said before, there have been a couple other things that I've looked at for a while, and I seriously didn't think that anybody had done it. And then when I got closer to working through my tutorial, whenever I'm doing anything new like that, I'm still always looking to make sure, has anybody done any of this? And then, you know, I've worked halfway through one tutorial once, and come to find out, I finally found it. It had been done a long time ago. Nobody had really made any mentions of it for the longest time, so there's really nothing new happening with it, but it's kind of what happens with things, because there are a lot of times, you know, my chain unions, I've had my chain unions out for, what now, 4 years, probably, maybe 5 years now. So they've been out for a while. And on occasion they'll get a little rebirth where somebody, you know, come across it and find it, and or they built it and finally they'll make a post about it, and it gets a little rebirth every once in a while that way. So I think that's what happens with some of these things, because who was it? Was it Metal Lisa? I think it was Metal Lisa who was doing it was either her or was it Griffin Mail? Somebody, one of those two, was doing the genie bottles. They got huge there for a good couple months. Everybody was just posting their genie bottles. And then I haven't seen a genie bottle one for months and months and months now. And I still haven't made one. I want to. I think they're really cool looking. But I still haven't made one yet. I need to get the crystals, the right crystals for it. So, alrighty. Well, where we at? We gotta be. Well, I guess this one actually went a little. Well, okay, gravity, do your work. Definitely off camera there. Oh, there we go. We're at camera, I'm on upper camera. Okay, so why? Okay, that's right. So then we need to out in the world. Oh, there we go. Got 2 and 1. I need the others here. And I got a lot of these red too. I think these are one of the things I mismarked, because one of the other things with the TRL website, if you haven't noticed when you go there, I went in there and I got all these extra red because I needed a bunch of other reds. I think I ordered 5 bags of 1/4 inch 16 gauge, and when you go continue shopping and you go back, it automatically keeps the number that you just previously put in. It doesn't reset it to 1 or well, I don't think there's an option for 0 anymore. And so I over-ordered. I actually have a couple of rings that are that way. Where are my hooks? Where are my hooks, man? Oh, I didn't pull out a set of hooks for these, did I? I knew we'd get the one set done. I didn't know if we'd get through the second, I guess. So I didn't pull out another set of hooks. Well, that was another. I spent probably 2 hours yesterday cutting, filing, cleaning, ear hooks. Because I make all my own ear hooks out of niobium wire, so I've got a little jig that I got up to do my cutting to get them all the same length. Now they're always off a little bit, so there's always different measurements going on later on to compensate for all that. But yeah, I spent a couple hours yesterday doing ear hooks, so that's always a fun. You can buy them pre-made, but I don't know. I rather just make them myself. They're cheaper that way, and even with the time I put in, they either would be just under what it would cost me to buy them, or just a little under or right at. But what I like about them is I can make them different lengths. I can make them myself. I can put different curls in them. I can put just so much more I can do when I do it myself. So, I still charge what it's going to cost me in everything, even if I just bought them. But that's just kind of what I like doing. And like I said, I like to make them out of niobium because I've had nobody have reactions with them. So, and they're kind of a plain looking metal in a way, and I use them plain, but they can be anodized, and I do anodize them. That is an upcharge, obviously, but what am I doing wrong here? What did I do? Oh, I know what I did. I didn't do my hooks right. I'm definitely not in camera on that. I gotta twist my eye hooks on these. I straightened them not thinking that I needed them turned. I don't know what I was thinking when I was doing them at first. There we go. I was like, boy, that seems weird. I'll do that depending on how I need them to hook on. Sometimes, you just put on 2 to get to the right way you need them to lay. If I'm trying to think of the right wording. But you kind of play with that. And so I'll turn them on occasion if I need them, because these, I didn't like the look when I did the first pair. I didn't like the look that I was getting out of them when I had them going the other way, because I had to put in that extra ring to get them to turn the right way. So I was like, I'd rather turn the ear hook to make it look a bit better, I think. So, alright, am I hopefully in camera here? I think my chair is further back today, that's why. And then I need 2 of these, and I Mobus these to pretend to be the ball at the end of the top of the... Try to make it look like the top of the hat is hanging bent over at the top, and the ball is kind of hanging down to the side. That's kind of how I go with this look anyway. Like I said, I've done these for probably 4 or 5 years now. First time I made them. Hadn't had to make them in a while though. Like I said, since we haven't done any Christmas stuff in a while. So, there's another hat. Another Santa hat. We'll do another one. What time we at here? 50, and we're 58. I thought it said 56 at first. I thought, well, maybe I could get started on another one. I do need it. I've got 2 more I'm going to do tonight though. And then, like I said, I'm going to put all that up. I'm going to go ahead and get over to the ugly old face cam. Ugly old face cam time. But yeah, I've still got all my these guys, they need to get put up on their cards and priced up. get them hung. So I've got quite a bit of work I still need to get done tonight. So yeah, I probably won't get much time, if any, because I got up pretty early this morning for me. So I don't think I'll get into doing any getting of the Christmas stuff out tonight. Doubt it. I probably won't even finish this up tonight. The more I keep thinking about it, I'll get them made up, but I don't think I'm gonna get them all put on their cards and hold and hung and all that. We'll see what happens though. But I do want to thank everybody again for joining us. I did forget the halfway spiel, so if you happen to be at the end here, you happen to watch the end. I always want to do something a little crazy, at the end sometimes. Wish I could do something really out there to see what happens. But I'm going to be able to cover my butt too. But anyway, I do want to thank you all. Since tonight is Wednesday and we won't be here tomorrow night. Tomorrow's Turkey Day. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving tomorrow night. Tomorrow day, whenever you have your Turkey Day. It could be this weekend. I hope you have a great weekend too. So, since we won't see you till Monday, there might be a possibility that I pop on and do something, but more than likely not. Otherwise, we'll be back on Monday. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Watch us on Monday, Wednesdays, and normally Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. So, Central Time. So, you all have a great night. Have a great Turkey Day, and we'll catch you next Monday. Peace.